Haruki Murakami was born on January 12, 1949 in Kyoto, Japan, and grew up in the port city of Kobe. His upbringing was deeply influenced by Western literature, particularly American and European writers such as Franz Kafka, Kurt Vonnegut, and Raymond Chandler. From a young age, Murakami felt like an outsider, often retreating into books and music rather than engaging in traditional Japanese social structures. He developed a deep love for jazz, which led him to open a jazz bar called Peter Cat in Tokyo with his wife, Yoko, in the 1970s. This period of his life, immersed in music, late-night conversations, and solitude, greatly influenced the rhythm and tone of his writing. Murakami's literary journey began in 1979 when he wrote his first novel, Hear the Wind Sing. The story goes that he had an epiphany at a baseball game, realizing that he could write a novel. He bought a pen and paper and started that very night. The book won the Gunzo Prize for New Writers and marked the beginning of his trilogy of The Rat. Pinball, 1973, and A Wild Sheep Chase followed. However, it was Norwegian Wood that catapulted him to literary stardom, blending nostalgia, existential melancholy, and a deep exploration of love and loss. His later works, such as The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle, Kafka on the Shore, and The First Quarter of '84, further cemented his reputation. These novels exemplify his signature style, a blend of dreamlike realities, isolated protagonists, and deep existential questions. He also ventured into short stories with collections like The Elephant Vanishes and Men Without Women, showcasing his ability to craft compact yet deeply evocative narratives. Murakami's work is often categorized as postmodern due to his use of fragmented narratives, intertextuality, and metafictional elements. He challenges traditional storytelling, frequently breaking linear time and conventional plot structures. His novels often feature dreamlike settings where reality and the surreal coexist seamlessly. Cats talk, alternate realities emerge, and music plays an almost mystical role. At the same time, Murakami draws heavily from magical realism, a style most famously associated with Latin American literature. Despite his global fame, Murakami leads a quiet, disciplined life. He wakes up at 4 a.m. every day, writes for 5 to 6 hours, then runs 10 kilometers or swims 1,500 meters. He believes in maintaining both physical and mental endurance, comparing novel writing to marathon running. In fact, he has run over 30 marathons and even wrote a memoir on the subject, What I Talk About When I Talk About Running, in 2007. His love for routine and solitude is a theme that echoes throughout his novels, where many protagonists live in isolation, connected only through their thoughts, music, and occasional surreal encounters. Murakami is also known for his love of cats, which frequently appear in his novels, whiskey, and old records. He collects vinyl and listens to jazz and classical music while working, believing that music shapes the rhythm of his prose. He rarely makes public appearances and prefers to engage with readers through his writing rather than interviews. He weaves supernatural elements into everyday life, making the absurd feel natural and reflective of deeper human truths. His unique fusion of these genres redefined contemporary Japanese fiction, breaking away from the rigid social realism that had dominated the literary landscape.